Good evening, everyone. We are here for the Masterclass Marathon. I'm super excited about being here on Sunday. It is now time for us to jump in to share information about things that you may or may not even know about. I love doing this Masterclass Marathon because it gives us an opportunity to share info, to literally just get everyone up and moving and excited about life, business, and all of the things. So I'm super excited, and let's get our speakers to come on up. We can get this thing rolling. Yes, I am. Hi, the billionaire. Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining. Good evening, Just Antoine. How is it going over there?
Hey, I'm blessed. I'm blessed and highly favored. Just excited to be here once again.
Awesome. Did you get back home?
Yes, I made it home. I'm in my office and I'm excited about it.
All right, all right. Yeah.
I had a
It's
wonderful
beautiful to
time and it was
you
a
said.
blessing.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
beautiful to travel. And then, when you get to the point where you've done what you needed to do, now it's like time to go home. It's time to go home, right? It's like, okay, I
yeah,
gotta go home and execute. Yeah, that's how I feel
for
about it.
sure. Sure.
Yeah, and even though I live here in Miami, I was like, okay, once the conference was done, I was like, okay, all right, I'm done. I'm done with this place, with this space. All right, I'm ready to do something different. That's how I feel.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, so we're ready to jump in. I know everyone that's here, you guys are ready and waiting for the content of the Masterclass Marathon. We do this on Saturdays and Sundays. On Saturday, you can find us here on Instagram Live at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Sundays, you can find us here at 7 p.m. Now, my voice is totally going because I've been at conferences all week. And then I did the big party the other night. And then I did my conference today. Again, I did Extensions Expo. So I've been speaking all day. And yeah, so I'm going to be quiet. Just Antoine, if you want to take the wheel and go first, and then we do have some more speakers coming on tonight, then we'll let them come in. So you have the floor. Let me get my timer ready. So guys, he has 13 minutes to do a mini masterclass for you. And then he's going to have 2 minutes to be able to tell you who he is, what he does, and how you can find him and what he has to offer you. Okay. So if you guys are up for it, let's go. Just Antoine.
Hey, hey, hey. Welcome everyone to this masterclass. And we are super excited about what we have going on. And today I just want to talk about, I'm going to first share with you our mission because I think it's very important to share with you where we're going, right? Our whole mission is to bring clean water and resources to the underprivileged and underserved throughout the globe with using blockchain technology. So everything that I'm doing in this space, I'm watermarking it, right? And when I say watermarking, that means that I'm going to share with others. We're going to bring clean water to people, right? And resources. We're going to make sure that they are able to get on there. So our whole goal and mission is to raise the needle, right? There's too many of us that's underprivileged and underserved that's in the below the poverty line. And in the African American community, there's 48 to 49%. In the last 100 years, it's been that way. And so one of my personal missions is to change that. And in order to change that, we have to educate, right? We have to communicate, we have to collaborate. And so we're on a mission to do that. And so I'm so excited to be pioneering in this space called blockchain technology. And a lot of people don't know about it. It's not mainstream yet, but they're starting to hear some things about blockchain. They're starting to hear some things about NFTs. They're starting to hear things about the metaverse. And so we're going to be operating in all of those spaces. And we're going to eventually have our own blockchain where you can do business in the NFT space, in the metaverse, in the gaming space, play to earn games. So we're creating that so that we can all be in together and running businesses and leaving legacies for our children's children. And so that's what mission we're on. I'm telling you, it's incredible. It's huge. It's humongous. But we are excited to be engaged in it. And so let me tell you a little bit about NFTs, what we're doing with NFTs. We're actually launching, the name of my corporation is H2O Blockchain. Okay, and so H2O Blockchain, we have the Amanzi coin that we're going to be putting out, and Amanzi is Zulu for water, right? So we're going to have our own token, and eventually we'll have our own cryptocurrency and our crypto coin. So we are excited about that, right? But we just want to make sure that everything is right. So because this space can be very scary, and if you don't onboard it right and you don't have the right information, you can lose a lot of money, and there's a lot of bad actors out there, right? So you want to make sure you're doing things the right way. And so we are putting things in place so that we can not only show you, but create a space for you to come on board and use this technology to its fullest. So one of the things about the technology is decentralized. And what that means is there's no government that's controlling it, right? So there's nobody that's going to tell you what you can't do and what you can do. Well, they're starting to put a lot of things in place right now to try to centralize it as much as possible, right? So if we get on it now, it's going to be easier now to start working in this area and working in this arena and building and starting things. But as you wait later, they're going to kind of infiltrate and make it harder for you to really start, right? And put some rules and regulations in. But right now, the field is open, right? And we're excited about it. And so that's why I'm so on a mission to let our people know that, hey, this technology is awesome. We need to get on it. I want to tell a little history. I don't think I said it on yesterday, but I met a guy about 2 years ago, and we were talking, and he said, how can we end systemic racism, right? And I said, the only way we can really end systemic racism is to be able to operate outside the system to really impact the system, because as soon as you start doing something that's really effective, it's going to start shutting things down, right? They'll start shutting you down and blacklisting you and things of that nature. So I said, we're going to have to find a system that we can operate on. And at that time, I didn't know of the blockchain. And so when I seen this technology, I said, that is it. It's the blockchain technology where there's no government control. Those people that have historically put us down and got us conditioned, right? They're not in control of this. This is a peer-to-peer thing. Everything is transparent, and the floor is really open for us to do great things. And we know that African Americans have historically come on to a place where we start dominating whatever space we come in. We just start dominating, and so we've been held from coming into spaces. Right now, I'm doing some reels. It's called it's for real reels, and we're talking. My son and I, we're taking laws that were created to historically hold African Americans back, dating from the 1600s to the 1700s to the 18. They're still making laws that are designed to hold us back from really exercising and being the best that we can be in any space, right? They just don't want us to do it. And so that's why we're on the mission. That's what we're doing with our NFTs. We're creating their Black Panthers, and we are really excited about the initiative. We're going to launch 22, our first set, and they're going to have personalities tied to it. And so the personalities will be like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, those historians that have done things that Sojourner Truth, that have done things in the past that have made a real impact. But we're going to have other sessions as well, or I should say collections. We're going to have other collections that will highlight the unsung heroes, right? And it may be a Tamika James, right? We're gonna, the things that those that are doing stuff now that are really designed, and they're helping people to just learn and grow and creating a space. There's a lot of people doing a lot of good things, and we're not highlighting those, right? So we want to start giving flowers, and so we're excited about that initiative. We're going to have our kids tied into it, and they're going to be doing a inventor section, and so they'll be looking at the inventions that African Americans have made, and the contributions, not only African Americans, but those of African descent all over the nation, right? We have a Haiti collection that's going to be coming out, where the Haitians that have committed themselves and their lives to helping that country. We want to highlight them and then give back into that community. Every country that we go in, every community that we go in, we're going to be adding value. So that's one of the things. We're going to be bringing resources. We're going to be bringing clean water. We're just going to make things happen, right? And our main thing is to help them on board to this technology, right? So we know that we're going to meet them where they are. So if they say, for example, they have a teenager or young adult that's a gamer, right? We're going to show them how they can play to earn while they're gaming. So you can earn. See, I'm from Chicago, right? And I know how that the older generations kind of use the younger generations to get out on the streets and sell their drugs and alcohol, not alcohol, but sometimes alcohol, right? And so what we're doing is showing them, hey, this is another way to earn money. If you want some nice shoes, if you want to help your mama out, you can do this and truly make a difference. And you can play to earn and start creating your own NFTs and learning about this space. And once we get in it, we're going to take over. I know it. It's historically we have done it. And so it's just one of those things. So we're excited about that. We're going to use our NFTs to build community, create wealth. We're going to start our ecosystem with our NFTs. And so we're just going to continue to move forward and making sure that we're going to be able to really leave generational wealth. That's our whole goal. We want to leave generational wealth, right? We want to make a difference. If I leave this life and I haven't moved the needle, I'm going to be dissatisfied, right? So my whole mission is to move the needle. There's too many African Americans that's under the poverty line right now. And if I don't do it, who will? That's how I feel, right? If I don't stand up, who will? I have a 5-year-old, and I don't want him to fight and have to live in a society that I had to grow up in, right? And it's getting worse. And so I said, hey, it's okay for us to be successful, but if we ain't reaching back, we really are not successful, right? We're not successful. We're not creating a world better for people to really live in and thrive in. And so that's our mission. That's our goal. We're creating a community. With the NFTs, we're showing people how to onboard their businesses to the blockchain and how to use those things to really create wealth for them and their family. And it's just so, the space is so wide open, and there's so many opportunities for us to really just create, create to dominate. And that's what I'm talking about. Just create to dominate. And so I used to say the sky is the limit, right? But there's no limit. We read Tamika James. We read Limitless by Jim Quick. I mean, that was a powerful book. And so that just took the limits off. And God told me about a year and a half ago, he said, I'm going to teach you how to process deeper, right? he said, I'm going to teach you how to process deeper. And I was like, okay, a couple of months went by and I was like, I'm not really processing any deeper, Lord. But then I ran into the morning meetup and started reading these books. And I was like, oh, I started expanding my mind, right? That's my time. So I'm telling you, I'm
Yes.
excited. Hey, let's go. Let's go.
All right. So that was just Antoine, and at this moment in time, we're going to give you up to 2 minutes on the clock for you to be able to tell us who you are, how people can find you and connect with you, and what you actually have to offer. So I'll give you 2 minutes on the clock.
All right. All right. So I'm just Antoine. You can click on the arrow above and follow me. I'm going to be having a masterclass on how to use your NFT, how to bring your business and yourself. If you don't have a business, you can create your own NFT. And I'm going to show you how to do that, how to onboard your business into the metaverse, into the to the blockchain and things of that day, and do it safely, because there's a lot of things out there. If you just go on YouTube and try to find something and download it and follow their script, they'll give you some stuff that they make sure they drain your account, right? And so you want to do it safely. And so I'm not rushing you into it or in it. It's just a 3-day class. It's really simple, but it's profound. And so that's one of the things that we have going on next. We have a Discord. We have some other things. We have a boss meeting that we're meeting every Monday through Friday. So just connect. If you want an accountability group, we're doing it every day. We're learning every day. Every day, I make sure that I'm more valuable today than I was yesterday. And so if you want to be in a community that ensures that you do that, then y'all need to link up with us.
All right. Thank you, just Antoine. Thank you so much. You know, you can stay on the screen as long as you like. We do have another speaker, some more speakers coming up this evening as well, but stay as long as you like, and whenever you're ready to go down, you can. In the meantime, guys, there is an arrow at the top. You guys are watching the Masterclass Marathon. We come here on Saturdays at 12 and Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our goal is to my goal is to have exposure for all of the entrepreneurs. Our goal is to share some information that you guys actually need. This is a masterclass, so we come here to teach you something that you needed to hear. Sometimes it's what you didn't even know that you actually needed to hear, okay? So we're really excited about bringing this to you every single week. And if you want to be a speaker, you just have to fill out the form for on masterclassmarathon.com, and then you can be in. We'll make you a flyer, you can promote it, and we're up and running from there. So thank you, just Antoine. So if you guys don't mind, will you please send this out to at least another 10 people, because you don't know what gems are about to be dropped. You are about to learn something from someone that is on this screen, and we are sharing our audiences as well. So if you want to follow anyone that you're watching right now, it's your choice, but click that arrow at the top. So Christina, we're gonna go over to Eric next. And you got time? Christine, you good? All right. Okay. So we're gonna move over to Eric, and he's gonna be sharing information about what he does and how he does it. I actually attended one of his classes, and he was dropping some game, y'all. He was dropping some real game in regards to, I'm gonna let him tell his own topic. So he's gonna have 13 minutes on the clock to share some information with you, and then he's gonna have 2 minutes to tell you who he is, how you can find him, and what he has to offer. All right, Eric, you have the floor, and I'm gonna go off camera for a moment.
Awesome, awesome. So can everybody hear me? Okay, if you guys can hear me, good, awesome, awesome. So first of all, Tamika, thank you so much. It was great meeting you at Premiere. I know I missed the opportunity yesterday to kind of go live in the morning. My son had an orientation for a class here for auto mechanics, so we ended up doing that. But I am here to talk about, first of all, my first initial company was app development. So apps for barbershops and hair salons. That was the first thing that I've done. I've been doing that since 2014. For the last 7 years, I've created an online platform that creates apps. The best way to describe it is If you understand what GoDaddy is a platform that helps you build websites. Effectsapps.com is a platform that helps you build apps. So that's what I've been doing for the last 6 years. Now, in creating my own platform and having people create their apps, we have over 200 customers now. They pay a monthly fee. In order to make people aware of what it is that I do, I had to learn to market. Now, I started editing video in 1999, way back in the 1900s. So this is way back before we even hit the 2000s, right? So I was doing that for over 20 years. I've been editing video. So I started working with someone. His name is Tyreek Jackson. He's an influencer in the barber industry. He owns a barber school out in Pennsylvania. He owns 2 barbershops out in Pennsylvania. So I started taking his content, editing it, and posting it on Instagram, TikTok, social media. So what I've been doing lately for the past year, I've been doing that for Tyreek for the past 6 years. And in editing his content and building his marketing, it has helped to build my business. Because every once in a while, he'll go live just like this on Instagram, and he'll talk about whatever it is he's going to talk about, whether it's students or whatever the case may be. And then whenever he sees fit, or whenever I'm ready for some new leads, he says, by the way, if you need an app, go ahead and get with Effects Apps. And that has helped to grow my business. So that's how we built our relationship for the past 6 years. Me editing his content, him promoting my business, me getting new customers. And so what I've done is, in the past 6 years, in building out and releasing content consistently, every single week, nonstop, taking long-form content, editing it down to short-form content, and then posting that to Instagram, TikTok, and to whatever social media platform. My expertise has become that. So now what we're doing is, in this last month, we're launching Effects Media. So Effects Apps has been around and is successful for the past 7 years. We're now launching Effects Media, which is going to be a social media marketing company where what we're doing, our focus is taking long-form content and busting it down to short-form reels, Instagram reels, TikTok, okay? So my class that I'm doing, which is starting up, I did one actually today. I just finished. My computer's still up. We just did a class today. I'm going to be doing one in another next 2 weeks, was the content creation class. It was about creating content for your page, and not only creating content, because most of us know we have to create content for social media. That's one. But 2, you go out and you get all the equipment you need to actually film and put it together. But then 3 is actually editing the video. And then 4 is actually posting the video. And trying to do that consistently for a long period of time becomes overwhelming for most people. So I have been doing it for over 6 years. And what I've tried to do is create an infrastructure, create what I want to do is take individuals like yourself, whoever's on this live, if you want to create content, and give you the infrastructure that I've been using in order to create content, chop it down to smaller pieces, what we call micro media, and then how to distribute it consistently to your page so that it's constantly going out, so that you're constantly building that awareness for your brand and what it is you're marketing, whether you're teaching a masterclass like yourselves, whether you're doing educational content for real estate or for social media. Creating this content consistently is super important. So in the class, what I talk about is 4 pillars, okay? You guys are watching, you want to write this down, is the 4 main pillars. The first pillar is capture content. I mean, it sounds simple, but it's hit that red button and start recording. I mentioned this in the class in Premier Orlando. I said, hit the red button. How many of you have a problem with hitting the red button, hitting the go live button on Instagram or social media? And most of the people who were in there said, I feel like this is a personal attack, okay? I'm having an issue with hitting the red button. And so there's several things you want to consider when hitting the red button, different topics that you're going to put together. Position yourself as the expert, okay? It's super important that you position yourself as the expert. I heard the gentleman earlier talking about NFTs, right? What you're doing when you're doing that is you're presenting yourself as an expert because there's some information that you have that I don't. What that does is, as you position yourself as the expert, And then you be a little vulnerable, which you did a good job at, telling a story about, hey, my kids. Once you say things like my kids and my mom used to, and then my dad did this, and my daughter, when you mention words like that, you're being a bit vulnerable, and that helps you to connect with the audience. So once the audience has connected with you because you are an expert, and has also connected with you because you've been vulnerable in your speaking, now they trust you enough to ask a question. And I can't tell you how important it is to get an audience, to get someone to ask you a question, because the answer to that question is normally the piece of gold that you post on your page, and that's what gives you the most views and the most content. Your reactions, your responses to questions. But normally what people do is they'll go live on Instagram and they'll say, hey, does anybody got a question out there? And the comments just keep rolling because nobody asks a question because they don't trust you. They don't trust you because you haven't been vulnerable with them, and you haven't told them anything that they don't already know. Okay? So that's what we try to do is before you hit the red button, position yourself to answer questions, position yourself as the expert, become a little vulnerable, and basically gain trust with your audience. Now, once you've done that and you've recorded for an hour, which I'm doing right now, I'm on this Instagram live. Tamika invited me on, and I truly appreciate it. I got another iPhone right below this iPhone that's recording me. I'm mic'd up. Another key to this whole thing, mic yourself up. The mic that I'm using is a little tiny mic. It's the, I got the box here. It's the Wireless Go 2. This is the setup that I'm using. Wireless, go ahead and screenshot that if you're using it. Wireless Go 2. I love this because it actually works with the iPhone, and it works with a DSLR camera, okay? It can go up to 2 microphones, so you can do interviews with this. Extremely powerful, okay? I have myself mic'd up because what people don't understand is they spend so much money on getting a great lens and getting great lighting and getting all this. But if we can't hear what you're saying, doesn't matter. We didn't hear you. So we can't create a narrative from that. So the first thing is mic yourself up, position yourself as an expert, ask the question. Once you have recorded for an hour and you went on a rant, like I'm doing right now, I'm just going off and I'm telling you different stories. Like the first time I filmed Tyreek, he was at the school, and Tyreek has a great story about how he started doing his Instagram lives. He's been doing it for 6 years now, every single Tuesday. And so the first time he went, there was a young lady who held the phone for him while he went live on Instagram. He got about 10 viewers, just like we have right now, 10, 11 viewers. He kept doing it, and over the years, he's broken 150 viewers watching on the Instagram live. But that young lady told him, hey, you got to go live next Tuesday. You got to go live next Tuesday. It happened 2 or 3 weeks. Finally, she said, maybe we should call it Tyreek, like Tyreek Talks or something like that. We'll call it Tyreek Talks Tuesday. We'll do it every Tuesday. And he was like, no, I don't want to commit to that at all. The young lady ended up passing away, actually. It was one of his students. She ended up passing away, but she was encouraging him to go live on Tuesdays. So that actually put him in a position to say, you know what, I'm going to honor her in what she said, because he was just talking to the students, and all he did was hit the red button. And we were like a fly on the wall and got to hear what he's saying to a group of students. And then they do the ultimate thing, which is the most amazing thing, is ask a question. And all he does is reply to that. We get that recorded, chop that out, put it up as a 1-minute Instagram reel, boom. So one of the biggest reels we have, it got 500,000 views on Instagram, and it was simply that. He was on Instagram Live, someone asked a question, he answered the question on the Instagram Live, and it was about, what do you do when a barber comes into the shop, when a client comes in the shop and goes to a different barber, they stop coming to you. His response to that question, all I did was take that piece out, post it to Instagram, put a title on it, put some GIFs on it. So there's like little GIFs going, I don't know, right? We post that out, it goes up, 500,000 views. And it was because when someone asks that question, you hear it all the time when you have a class, you say, there's no stupid questions. Ask the questions if you want, because why? Probably someone else in the room has that question. So that's what you need to do, is put yourself in a position to ask questions, make sure you hit the red button, mic yourself up. Then now you have this hour-long piece of content. Now it's time to edit it down. And there are some key components when it comes to editing. Like I said, I've been editing for over 20 years. I know most people, you can go on Final Cut Pro or iMovie and YouTube, and you will figure out how to use the program. But it's not about using the program. It's about what theory are you using when editing content. And what I talk about in my class is trying to work like a comedian with a setup and a punchline. And so when you're editing content, you're looking for the storyline, you're looking for something that was said, and more than likely there's a punchline that you said. And most people, when they speak in terms of punchline first, and then they tell a story second. So what I do when I'm editing is I allow them to tell that story, put the punchline at the end, and then it has a stronger component. It's a way to create curiosity. If I'm editing and someone asks a question, I normally start with the question, the first words out of their mouth. Somebody asked me the blah, 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 and that question is now out. Whoever's scrolling through Instagram, it pauses them in their tracks and says, what's the question? It's now created curiosity because I've heard the question. Now I'm wondering what the answer is. I'm sticking around to hear that answer. And so that's some of the stuff. And then we go on to how do you consolidate all of it? How do you put it together so that you can consistently post? We've been posting now for 6 years, 3 posts a day for the last 6 years on Tyreek Jackson's page, which has helped to grow my business to be we now have made over 6 figures for the past 3 years in my business, the app business. And it's because I've been consistently posting his content. Once in a while, he'll say, what you gotta do is have your customers book with you. And how else would they book with you if you don't have your own app? If you want your own app, go to Effects Apps and get with him. I use that piece of content. It gets 4,000 views, 80 people comment on it. How do I do that? I go into their comments, send them a direct message. I then get them on the phone and pursue to close that lead. So I've been doing this for a long time. And am I up yet? I was waiting. Am I at 13 minutes yet? I'm still going because I can keep going. What we got? Oh, 48 seconds. Great.
Less than 1 minute.
About 1 minute. Less than 1 minute. Cool. So those are the 4 pillars. Capture content, edit content, which I talked about with the setup and the punchline. The third pillar is consolidate content, putting it in a Dropbox where it can all be found and you can easily pass the ball to someone else so they can go and you can share that Dropbox with them and then post. The last part is distribution. How do you distribute your content? And so it's capture, edit, consolidate, and distribute. And I have a class coming up, and I would love for you guys to join the class. It's basically a masterclass on the concepts and building an infrastructure with you and your team to create content and post it consistently. There we go.
All right. Well, you kind of were going into it. So thank you so much for that great information. I'm so glad that you made it here to share this info with everyone that is on this live. So guys, those of you who are just joining, you are watching the Masterclass Marathon. We're here on Saturdays and on Sundays. And Eric was just giving us some dropping gems and just giving a game out on what it looks like to create your content the right way and to break it down and to do all of the things that he just said. So we're going to give him now an opportunity to go ahead and for 2 minutes to be able to tell us who he is, how you can connect with him, and what he actually has to offer. So we'll put 2 minutes on the clock. All right, let's go.
No problem. So again, my name is Eric Ramos. The page that I'm talking to you on is at Effects Apps. We launched our Effects Media page last year. So Effects Media is another page of ours where we're posting all our media. I have a page going on. So this is another key for those of you who are doing Instagram Lives. I call it the raise your hand. It's a way to raise your hand. So for those of you who are watching this on Instagram right now, if you are interested in doing the content creation class, it will be happening on the 26th, okay? If you're interested in the content creation class, please go ahead and put the number 1 up in the comments. You put the number 1 in the comments, you will let me know that you are interested in the class, and I will go ahead and reach out to you with a direct message. For those of you who are creating content, it's another major key. When you're doing a class, create a way for the audience to put the number one up, or a way for them to raise their hand. I'm actually watching this on another computer. So as these comments go up, I see those ones. Thank you so much. These guys are now my leads, right? It's now up to me to follow up with them in a direct message saying, hey, I saw you put the number one up in the comments. Here goes the link to the class for you to sign up. I can then give them a promo code through a direct message. So I thank you guys for all those number ones. The class that we're going to be doing is going to be on content creation. It's going to be on how do you put yourself in a position to answer questions, create long form content, whether it's a podcast, Instagram Live, Facebook Live, which you're probably doing anyway. But once you have that hour, how do you bust it down to smaller pieces of content, consistently post to really build up your page and create the narrative for your business that you need. So again, if you guys are interested, put the number one up in the comments. I've seen several of them there. I'm going to go ahead, as soon as I'm off here, I'm going to follow up with you guys. There you go. There goes the alarm. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tamika. You are amazing. Thank you.
All right. So are you. Thank you so much for coming. And don't let it be your last time that you show up here. Those who speak here at the Masterclass Marathon, it is not just speak one time and everyone begins to know who you are and what you do. It just doesn't work that way. It literally is show up on a consistent basis so people get familiar with you. They trust that you were here today. That stuff that you were talking about, you really eat, sleep, and breathe it. That you are coming back at another time and that you're consistently sharing the same information. So that's basically how it works. So don't let it be your last time to be here. Now, if you are watching and you want to speak, you just have to fill out the form on the site masterclassmarathon.com. So thank you, Eric. You can stay on the screen as long as you want. And if you do need to go down, then you can. But while he's on the screen, if you love the information that he just gave, give him a quick follow by hitting that arrow at the top and follow him. You can also, what I like to say here, guys, I'm not doing this just so you can look at us. Like, this is all about creating deeper connections. If you're watching someone and there's someone that you want to connect with, when we get out of here, what I want you to do is send them a quick DM. Start a conversation. Social media is not necessarily meant for you just to watch or for you just to show up. It's about interaction. Literally, guys, Instagram wants interaction. They want you to engage with each other, and that is how people get paid. I am monetized on Instagram because I do the thing that they want me to do. So I don't talk about that a lot. But guess what, guys? I normally like all my speakers to go. And Christina, I don't know if you got to go, and I know you don't mind being here, but I think I need to go after him because the info that I want to share, you gotta go somewhere? Tell me what's up. I know you're in Canada. But you let me know.
I'll pick up my kids, but it's okay. You could go for it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And then we're definitely going to let you go next. Okay. So I wanted to go after him because the info that he was sharing, what I want to share today is literally in alignment with what he said. So those of you who are still here watching and you enjoyed what he was talking about, I'm going to jump in. So let me go ahead and get my 13 minutes on the clock so that I can share with you. All right, so hello everyone. If you are here, will you please share this out with 10 people and then comment done, because there's someone else that needs the information that we're sharing here on the Masterclass Marathon. So I am Coach Tamika James, and I actually help you to monetize your knowledge. That's my main thing. I help you to build your course, to create an opportunity for those who connect with you to be able to see how you do what you do and how they can do it as well. So that's one of my main things that I do. Also, as a life and business coach, I work privately with my clients to help them to understand how to plan, strategize, and organize for your businesses. Now, I wanted to lead with that because what I want to talk about today is your social media presence. Literally, how do you show up as an authority? Now, Eric just gave a bunch of pieces of information in regards to doing that. He spoke about how you can speak and then how you actually can break your content down. But where I want to go is the step before the content that you're going to break down. Because guess what, guys? You want to make sure that you get in position to have the right equipment to capture the content that looks good. So people are watching you and they're watching what your content actually looks like. So when you see someone that actually shows up with content that looks really crisp, 9 times out of 10, they have upgraded their phone. So I am an iPhone user and I can only speak to that. I know that the Android has a really good camera and all of that, but I am a diehard iPhone user, okay? So upgrade your phone. I currently have the 13 Pro and it has the three lenses and it captures on that back camera or front. I don't know what's called the front or the back camera. Y'all know the one with the 3 things. It will literally capture content that looks like you were using a professional camera. So it is nice to use the front facing one and it does a great job as well. But when you use that camera, it's like you use a professional camera. So that's one thing that I want you to do. Now, I know that some people are saying to themselves, well, I'm not really sure if I can afford to upgrade my phone, if I'm in position to do that. Well, here is where I want to take you real quick. Those of you who have a contract with the company that your cell phone company, 9 times out of 10, the last phone you got, I am with T-Mobile, so I'm going to speak from that perspective. I can walk in and I can say, I'd like to upgrade my phone. And then they can put the phone on my bill. Like I pay every month for the device. So if you are nervous about, oh, I don't have over $1,000 to upgrade my phone to get the latest phone, you don't necessarily have to walk in there and spend over $1,000. Put the thing on your bill, let them charge you the 30, 40 bucks that they charge every month. And now you're up and running and you're literally able to create more content on a higher level. So I wanted to give you that tip. Also, I personally, it's so funny that my sister was here this weekend and I also had company in my house and they're looking at all of these phones that are around my house and they were like, what are you into? What do you do? Why do you have all of these phones? Well, for me personally, when I actually go and I upgrade my phone, more than likely I'm upgrading at a time when I'm almost done paying for the first phone. So a couple of things I might do is I might go ahead and pay for the end of the contract with the first phone. So just pay the rest of the money, or I will upgrade to the next phone, or I've only done this actual thing one time where you turn the phone in that you have and then you exchange it for another phone and you continue on. So I'm just trying to give you guys the strategies for being able to upgrade your phone. Now, me currently, lately, I haven't turned any phones in. So if I'm not at the end, once again, I'll pay it out or I'll let it stay on the bill and let them start on a new phone. Okay. So just gave you that strategy to upgrade your phone. Stop playing, guys. Now, the next thing that I want to share is different types of equipment. So here is one thing. All right, let me start here. No, I want to start here. All right. Tripod, guys. Here is a portable tripod. It is not that sturdy, but it is really small and it breaks down and I can put this into most bags that I can carry with me. So one of the things that I hear people say quite often is, I don't have anyone to hold my phone for me while I'm capturing my content. Now, I am speaking from the perspective of a life and business coach. I must shoot content so you understand what I do and how I do it, and that I literally move around this country. I'm always traveling somewhere. So you need to, as a coach, showcase your life and showcase the work that you actually do. So if you don't have a person that is capturing the content for you and you're tired of doing the selfie thing, you need to get yourself a tripod that you can carry around with you. Go outside. Literally, guys, I go on site somewhere. I go to all types of places and I literally prop myself up and I start shooting content, okay? Now, the next thing that I want to share so that I don't run out of time is that here is another handy dandy device that I super duper love. Oh my gosh, I love this thing. This is a stabilizer, okay? And it basically can be used just like this, or it can be used with this bottom piece, which is also like legs that can create a stand. So I can put this down somewhere and actually shoot my content myself. Okay. Now, the stabilizer is basically used in a fashion for you to be able to put your phone on here, turn it on, and be able to move and create content that looks like you have a professional photographer. So on occasion, I will actually ask someone else, I'll show them how to use my stabilizer, and I will instruct them on how to use it so that my content looks like I have a professional photographer. So I usually instruct them to do certain motions, and there are certain things that you can do with this. Now, this stabilizer actually comes with its own app, which will literally make your content look even better than that which is going to come from your actual phone. Now, another thing that I do with my iPhone is I sometimes go on cinematic, and it'll really make it look like a movie for real. Now, where did I get this? Guess what, guys? Another thing as a coach, you as a coach must start to, the things that you use, you need to become an affiliate. So I am an Amazon affiliate. I bought this from Amazon, and I'm going to ask that you DM me, or y'all can spell. DM me the word equipment, okay? And I will send you the links to the items that I'm talking about right now. And I'm going to just ask that you click on my link and get it. And you already know what an affiliate link does. You're buying it from Amazon for whatever they charge, and I'm going to get credit. So if you want me to get a little credit, click on my links, okay? So you need a stabilizer, and it's really great for, like I said, shooting your content. Now, here's what I want to share with you is that what I do with my stabilizer, lovely folks, is I take my stabilizer and my tripod, okay? I am a life and business coach, and I do hire photographers. So I want you to know, you do need to hire professional photographers, guys, on occasion. You don't need to walk around here acting like you know everything about this photography thing, but you sure as heck can get it to look professional. So I go and I prop this thing up, and I also can make my stabilizer follow me. So I literally can make it like there is a photographer there. I have a setting, I click on it, and I can walk and move, and it looks like someone's following me. There's no one there. It's just me sometimes. Okay, now, I want to share with you that Eric was just talking about your microphones, okay? Now, right now, I am not using a mic while I'm speaking on this live, but I do have plenty of mics. And I'm gonna begin to share with you really quick some of the mics that I actually have. So I actually have this one. I love this cute little thing. It actually is a real mic, and it really works, but it has a string, and I plug it into my phone. So I am also a podcaster, and I love connecting with others, and I love giving others exposure. So I will sometimes literally walk up to folks, especially my other entrepreneur friends or people that I haven't met as of yet, and I will give them my little mini mic, and I will interview them really quickly. Now, what happens is I'm able to capture content, and I'm able to share them, and they will share me because I just capture content of them. Okay, so here's my little mic. Because it comes with the regular thing, I had to put my dingle on it to connect it to my phone. So here's another device that you actually can use. Now, I want to share another type of mic that I actually have for my phone. Remember, guys, if you DM me the word equipment, I will send you my list of these things, and you can click on them and you can get them. Now, here is my portable mic. Well, I don't know, whatever the right word is, but I click this into the phone, and then this one actually comes without this. It comes with just there's another microphone cover here, but I bought this thing separate. This is a I don't know, it's called a wind something. It knocks down the wind, and I recently had an opportunity to use it when I was, guess what I was capturing as a life and business coach, capturing a testimony from someone who was in my coaching program and was on fire with all of the great compliments. I said, you have so many compliments, I'd love to capture them on camera. Well, we were at the beach, and the beach is very windy. So you guys will see this content that I'm talking about coming up soon. But literally, you put this on, you attach it to the person. It's like they're literally right in front of you. Now, I was also able to move away from the person when I put this on them because the mic is capturing their voice. I can go far away. I can zoom, pan in, pan out, do all of these different things. Okay. Now, what I also did get is a little handy dandy case to carry all of these things. And here's the crazy thing. I literally didn't even plan on capturing content when I actually captured that content I was just telling you about, but I had it in my bag, okay? Because I roll with all of my stuff. This is not a game, okay? So if you really want to be able to not have all the background noise to capture your content properly, you want to have all of the things that you need. Now, the other day I went to a conference and I was actually just rolling around talking to people. So what I did was I mic'd myself up and I gave someone else my camera. So when they put someone else on camera, it was capturing my voice so that it got me clearly. And because I was close to the person, it was capturing their voice and it was also canceling out some noise. So listen up. I just want to share with you that as a life and business coach, you need to have all of these things. Now, another thing that I do not move around with, and I almost nearly die when I leave it home, is my portable charger. The one that I have literally has ports for different types of phones, and it also has the ability to plug another phone in, okay? So these things, guys, you need them. Like, you can't keep pretending like it's okay to just keep shooting this regular content. So those are some of the things that I wanted to share with you that I actually walk with. I have many more devices, but those are the ones I want to share today. Now, how can, I think my timer is about to go off. So I know that you guys were asking, well, what is that you're using and where did you get it from? Once again, I am an Amazon affiliate, guys, if you're coaches. And if you are serving other people and helping, I want you to go and sign up for your Amazon affiliate so that you will be able to tell people that you're using something and then you can get credit. There are so many ways. Christina is going to talk about 7 streams of income, the multiple streams of income, but being an affiliate is definitely one. Okay, so my timer is getting ready to go off, so I will just go ahead and just reset it for my 2 minutes to tell you more about who I am and what I do and what I actually have to offer. You guys are watching the Masterclass Marathon, where we're able to share information that you knew you needed or information you didn't even know you needed. Okay, so I'm Coach Tamika James. I actually help entrepreneurs who are looking to monetize their knowledge. The information I just shared with you, those are some of the things that I share in my programs. I run multiple programs, guys, and that's also what I help you to be able to produce. Today, I ran one of my programs called Extensions Expo for the people in the beauty industry. It was an in-person show, and now it's an online membership where we meet once a month and I bring in other educators and we educate. So that is a membership. So those are the things that I help people to create. I have another membership called UBG, Underground Biz Group. That is where I will show you these different devices that I just shared with you. I'm actually doing a session this Monday. Mondays, I'm live in a membership. Oh my gosh, I didn't set my time. I'm gonna give myself 1 minute. Sorry. Y'all know I'm doing 5 things over here. So on Monday, I am going to, inside of UBG, be sharing with you these devices and actually how they work. Yes, you could go and YouTube it, but here is the thing that someone needs to hear. People don't want to hear everything from YouTube. They want to hear from a person that they trust, that they know is using the thing and they understand how to use it. They want to hear from you. That's why I help you to monetize your knowledge with my Become a Coach program. You don't really have to be a coach. You just have to want to share something with someone else and be able to take that information, package it up, and put it in front of someone who needs it so they can pay you the dollars so that they can get to their next level, and it's just an exchange. Okay, so literally my timer has 10 seconds, and I think I've already used it anyway. So I thank you all for listening today. You're watching the Masterclass Marathon, and if you believe that you have something to share, go to masterclassmarathon.com and sign up to be one of our speakers. We'll make a flyer for you. You can post it, and you can be a speaker as well. All right, we are now going to have Miss Christina to come up and speak, and I'm going to bring another speaker up on the screen as well. So she's going to speak. Guys, she's in Canada right now. I know she's limited on her time, but I'm really glad that she's still here. All right, it's your turn. 13 minutes on the clock.
Thank you so much, Tamika. I am so excited to be here on this masterclass. Thank you for inviting me to be here. My name is Christina Yvette. I am a passive income strategist. So I help people create different passive income streams so that they could retire young. I retired at the age of 31 years old from my nursing career I said bye-bye, and that was because I created 8 different streams of income for myself. So yesterday, I educated you guys on 3 different streams of income, which was the stock market, index fund investing, it was cryptocurrency through staking and farming, and it was the foreign exchange market with a PAM account. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about digital products. Okay, digital products is a form of passive income. You need to be tapping into this digital world and getting this digital profits. Okay, so as far as digital products goes, there are several different digital products. You can create an ebook, that is a digital product. You can create a masterclass, that is a digital product. You can create a course, that is a digital product. You can create a webinar, that is a digital product. You can create an audiobook, that is a digital product. So the way that you create a digital product is easy, but I'm going to focus primarily on an ebook for today, okay? So an ebook, the first thing that you can do is, the first thing you have to do actually is you have to determine what your topic is going to be. So now you have to think of yourself, right? We're all content creators. We are all experts in our own field, in our own niche. So you have to think about, what are you an expert at? What do people constantly go to you for? What information do you have for the market that you do it differently, or that you think that the market needs and there is like a gap or a hole in the market? Okay, so you have to think about that part, because the digital products are essential. People used to be able to, they would get all of their educational information from encyclopedias, and then they would get their information from, you know, colleges and educational institutions. But now there is a shift happening in society to where they want to be educated by their peers. So they want to learn from you. They want to learn from me. They want to learn from Tamika. And you are doing a disservice if you are not educating people on the knowledge that you have right here in your mind. Okay, so you have to get that information out there, and the first thing that you really need to do is you need to brainstorm, right? So think about it. I am an expert at, let's just say, cooking, for an example, right? Or I have a business in, you know, in marketing, for example. So you are an expert in that field. So what is it that that people need to know? And you have to put it in a bite-sized, digestible way, okay? Because information can also be overloaded, and you don't want to overload your end user with the information, because then that will put them in a position to when they decide not to execute on the information. Okay, so start by brainstorming and thinking about a topic or a particular niche that you want to educate on. So I'll just give you an example of my first ebook. So the first ebook that I wrote, the title is How to Start a Six-Figure Slingshot Business. I am an expert in that business because I've been operating that business for 2 years. And it was such a new, you know, industry that I decided to write an ebook on this particular topic. Okay. And I was actually, with that topic, I was providing a certain result, right? So in this ebook, you're going to learn X, Y, Z, and this is what you're going to gain from it. You're going to gain 6 figures. You're going to gain knowledge. You're going to gain the, you know, expertise that you need in order to start this business. Okay. So after you determine your niche and after you determine your topic and what you're going to educate on, then you're going to move forward to actually brainstorming, putting it on paper, or, you know, creating, start to create the actual product. Okay. So an example that I gave to Tamika yesterday was, let's say, for example, that you are not a good writer, right? Or that you don't want to type your ebook. What you can do is you can actually talk your ebook. So what do I mean by that? So we all have these $1,000 phones, like Tamika said, right? And what are you going to do with the $1,000 phone? You are going to use it to the best of its ability. So one thing that you can do when it's when you need to talk your ebook is you need to go to the notes section in your phone, and then you press on that little microphone and you start talking inside of the microphone. It's going to dictate everything that you're saying, right? So you're using dictation. So every single thing that you are talking about, you're going to talk it into the notes, and then from there you are going to copy it and email it to yourself and paste it into a Google Docs. So now you have that foundation that you needed in order to start this ebook, right? You have, you know, everything that you want to include in the ebook already typed and written for you, and you didn't have to do it yourself. Okay, so that's one way that you can write an ebook without having to type and do all of the heavy work. Another way that you can type or create an ebook is by using that $1,000 phone, and instead of verbalizing everything into the microphone, you put it in video form. Okay, so you're going to have your phone horizontally and everything. So start with chapter 1. Chapter 1, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then you're done with that video. Chapter 2, blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is. Chapter 3, and you're going to create your 10 chapters. Okay, then you're going to upload it to, let's just say, either a Loom or YouTube or something like that, where it's private, it's unlisted. Okay, so now you have 10 videos that are on YouTube. What you do is you go to Canva or you go to Google Docs, wherever you want, and you actually write out your table of contents, and under chapter 1, you're going to actually put the link to the video. Okay, so now once you're done putting your 10 chapters and your 10 links there, you generate a PDF document, and there is your ebook. Okay, you have a title, right, your cover, and then you have a table of contents with links. Your end user is going to go directly to the link, click on it, and boom, there's a video with chapter 1. Then they're going to move on to chapter 2, and boom, there's a video educating them. So you don't have to do all of the hard work of writing an actual ebook. Okay, you can actually turn it into video form. Now, a lot of, now another thing which someone else mentioned just now was repurposing your content, right? Eric said it, right? So he said, you take the content that you made one time and you chop it up into several different little micro media, right? So that's exactly what you're going to do with this ebook. Okay. So you've already created the ebook and it's in video form. Don't you think that you should also repurpose those videos into a course? Wouldn't that be the most smart thing for you to do? You've already created the content. The content already lives somewhere. So you've already done all the hard work. You might as well repurpose the content, create a course with it. Because at the end of the day, the information is the same, but it depends on who you're educating. People, sometimes they don't want to read. Let's just be honest, okay? They don't want to spend 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, a whole day, a whole week reading. So you have to educate them in different forms. You have visual learners, you have audio learners, you have, you know, people that like to be hands-on, and you have people who like to read books. Okay, so already have the information that's already organized, then you need to repurpose it in by offering these several different products. You offer an ebook for the people who want to read. You offer a video course for the people who want to visually see it. And lastly, you offer an audiobook for the people who want to hear it. We are on the go. We are busy. We don't have time to just sit here and read, right? I have to go pick up my kids right now. So instead of me not passing up on the information, I can just pop in the audiobook and listen to the entire book and get that personal development and understand the information that you're trying to educate me on. So how do you create an audiobook? It's the same thing, right? You already have your ebook in written form, what you need to do is you yourself, you're either going to use the audio file that's on your $1,000 phone, right? And talk your entire ebook, right? So you're going to read the entire ebook and record it, or you can hire somebody on Fiverr, because I'm all about automation and I'm all about delegating tasks and I'm all about outsourcing. So if you don't have the time to do it yourself, don't sleep on leaving the money on the table, right? You need to outsource. So that's what I do. I didn't have time to read my 2-hour ebook, so I outsourced. I hired somebody on Fiverr. I paid them $100, and guess what? The end product was an audiobook, right? And so now you have 3 different products. You have a ebook, you have a course, and you have an audiobook. So what is it that you do now, right? So one, you're going to list them on different platforms, okay? So your ebook, you're going to sell it yourself, right? So you need to create an account with a digital e-com platform, right? So I use Funnel Logistics for that. And what you're going to do is you're going to create a landing page. Let's just keep it stupid simple, okay? It doesn't have to be complicated to where you have this big website with like 10 different buttons and links and clicks and all that stuff, because your customer is getting confused. They came here for one thing. They came and clicked on your link for an ebook, and now you have 20, 40 different things, right? You have merch, shirts, hats, all this stuff. It's like, okay, well, I gotta go because I don't know what I want to buy now. No. What you're going to do is you're going to have a 1-page landing page, right? It's a funnel, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to have that one product there, okay? So you have to direct your client or your customer to what you want them to buy. So on this one page, you're going to list all of the perks, everything that they're going to learn, and you need to also address their pain point, right? So what is it that they're trying, what's the Z, right? So they're hearing A, and how are you going to get them to Z? Or what is the Z? What is the experience that they want? What do they want? Do they want financial freedom? Do they want education? Do they want to start a business? What is it, right? So you have to also address that in your landing page. And then once they scroll all the way to the bottom, no way, I'm not done. Oh my God.
Christina, what do you mean? Am I done? Chris, you were going in so heavily. Like you were about to lose track of time.
You know what?
Oh my gosh. They need to jump in and get the rest of that info in your membership.
I have to apologize. I have to apologize because it's my time management, okay? I'm trying to give away all the sauce, but you got me on this time limit, Tamika.
Listen, you know what? You know what? They just can't get it all at right now. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. You know what? It's the same. It's the same as like when we're building our courses. Everything can't be in the course. Like it's like we're talking about this and that's it. But you were only talking about one thing. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Y'all gotta listen, Christine.
I'm done.
How about this? Spend your 2 minutes telling them how they can get into your program, because that same info with the last few seconds of what you were gonna say is inside your mentorship. Like,
okay, listen. I have 2 things to say. One, you need to click on that arrow and follow me. I am Christina Yvette. I have a brand called 7 Ways to Wealth, where I am teaching you how to create generational wealth and multiple streams of income. I have 8 different streams of income. I've retired from my career and I don't have to work no more. Okay. I'm trying to teach you passive income. That's 1. 2, I'm having a masterclass this Thursday at 7 o'clock. And guess what? Nobody's going to cut me off and tell me when I'm going to be done. I'm going to give you all the sauce. I want to give you everything, the tools, the tactics, the links, everything, because I want you to win. So come to the masterclass. It's going to be on Zoom. I'm the one with the button that's going to say when it's done. Okay. So if you want the rest of this blueprint and this framework so that you can start creating generational wealth and so that you can get into this digital profits world, then it's on Zoom, 7 p.m. this Thursday, totally free. The link is in my bio. So it's the very first link. That's number 2. Number 3 is if you want to create multiple streams of income, you need to get into my membership. It's only $17. Why? Because I want it to be affordable for everyone, okay? I want you to be able to execute on the information that I'm teaching you. So go ahead. It's in the link in my bio. That's all I have to say. If you text the word masterclass to 305, because I'm in Miami, y'all, 749-9215, then you will get the link on your cell phone. I'm done for now. So sorry, but I'll be back next weekend. And maybe we could pick up on this. Thank you, Tamika. I appreciate you.
You said
I'm sorry.
What was the rest of the number? 305?
Oh, yeah. 749-9215.
9215. All right. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. And text her the word masterclass, as she said.
Yeah.
I got a slash instead of a dash, but you guys get it, right? You get
right.
It. Okay.
They know what time it is.
All right. Well, listen, Christina, girl, you was just dropping too many. It was just too much fire. It didn't even make any sense. It was just like, oh my goodness.
No, but I was trying to get into the strategy. Jesus, these people need to know.
I know. But the thing that I want everyone to know is you guys can watch live all you want and you can get the gist of what it is that a person is telling you. But it's nothing like when you literally get in there and you get closer to the person who's sharing that information. What most people need is the back and forth. You need the okay, do this. And then there's like the, oh, I don't know if I did it right. And then you get your coach to actually touch base with you to have you to fix things up and put you for real on the right track. So it's nice to watch us live here, but it's not nearly enough. It can't be enough. It's not possible. So yeah, hey, count the cost. So listen, Christina, I know if you want to stay on the screen for them to be able to follow you, if you have to go, guys, she's out there in Canada right now. This young lady is all over the world. She's always somewhere, like almost always. Okay. So yeah, whatever you need to do, but follow her and send her text the word masterclass to that number on the screen. Thank you, Christina. Enjoy your membership.
Thank you.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So I now have Orlando is coming on the screen, the mortgage eliminator. Orlando, are you ready? Let's see. Orlando? Is he frozen? Orlando, did you take a nap? You ready, Orlando? Orlando,
Yeah.
took a nap. Orlando, you can't be taking a nap on us. Okay, you're back up. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Orlando, probably was too much dancing the other day. Okay. All right.
Mika. Really?
All right. Are you ready? Orlando wants to share with you how to eliminate your mortgage. So I'm going to give him 13 minutes on the clock. And if you guys don't mind sharing this live out so that anyone else that wants this information that doesn't even know that they need it can actually join us here on this live. So this is our final speaker for today. And we thank you all for joining us thus far. Share this out with other people. Orlando, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So I'm going to give you 13 minutes on the clock and then 2 minutes to tell us how we connect with you. All right. You're up. Ready?
Okay. All right. So everybody wants to know, how can they, do certain things with their mortgage, car notes, whatever. The mortgages are unilateral agreements. Unilateral agreements are one-sided contracts that play towards the favor of the company or the organization directly. Now, the situation is all that is illegal because in any situation, you have to disclose the type of contract that you're actually entering into at the time of entry. Now, if they don't disclose that, then once you enter into the contract is literally null and void on the face right from the beginning. So your mortgage are investment contracts. They're not real estate contracts. They are literally investment contracts because what it is that the mortgage is an investment contract that is used and they sell it on the stock market. So basically, your mortgages, your car notes, your school loans, whatever, all that is is what they do to use that. But they know that most consumers won't check on these certain things, won't check on these certain laws. But in literally when they do when they run your credit or when you try to purchase a car, a house, whatever, and they get you to run your credit, then the situation is that under 15 USC section 1602, you are considered a private lender because what you're doing is you're extending the credit to the financial institution to be able to make money off of you, the creditor. So what they do is under the unilateral agreement and under this particular information, when you sign that contract, whether it be a car note, car loan, mortgage, whatever, you're changing the position which you sit in, which is the credit, the one that has the power, and you're diverting it and changing it from what they call, if you ever realized on contract, they call you the debtor. So you're changing your position from creditor to now debtor because you're only the debtor when you contract into the debt. Outside of that, you're not. So I'm trying to be very particular because I have a tendency to go on. So I don't want to go on, but I just want to be intentional in the information, whatever. So I appreciate Tamika for allowing me to speak, and I'll land my plane. So, Mika.
Okay. Oh, you said you made your point?
Yeah, I'm gonna land my plane because I'm trying to be very intentional. So,
We're ready.
Oh, okay. So basically, different things of like like most people, like let me give you another gem. Most people are looking at how to get out of the student loans. Now, in the student loan, who signed that contract? You signed the contract, but they never told you what they're going to do with that contract. When they use that contract, what they're doing is when you put that John Hancock on that paper, your signature is valued at $1 million. Your signature right now is valued at $1 million because the United States is a corporational business that was established in 1925. So when they take it and they collateralize it, they sell it on the stock market, then they insure it. So let's say your signature is $1 million. So when they collateralize it, they do it about 30 times. So just on the signature alone, they've made about $30 million just on the signature alone. They had nothing to do with it but have you sign the contract. But they never disclosed what they were doing with the contract. So if everybody ever knew the 2016 election between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, they took the consumers' data and they made multiple aspects of money from different social media sites, and then they targeted the certain information about you as a consumer, and then they had a company come out in 2016 and utilize that data, and then monetized it and sold it throughout different social media platforms. But everybody was making money, but who? You. But they talking about your information, your data, personal data right now is more valuable than all the oil in the world right now. And you can go to a documentary called The Great Hack, where they talk about what happened in 2016 and how this company and multiple other companies used your personal data as a consumer, made billions of dollars off it, and you didn't get a piece of nothing. And that's a problem. Because as melanated people, we've been used upon multiple times throughout, 400 years. So, that's just a little bit of gems too. And one other thing, just for the tax code, there's an aspect of all debt is obligations of the United States. So obligations in the United States are any debt they claim, because your debts are you as a consumer and your credit being used in all transactions. Now they didn't ask you for consent. They didn't explain it when you got under the contract. So when you go to dealing with your taxes, whatever, there's a code in there called 18 U.S. Code 8, obligations of the United States. So that means the United States is within only the 10-mile radius of Washington. Outside of Washington, they don't have jurisdiction over anything. But what mainly brings you back into their jurisdiction and control is what they consider the 14th Amendment. But again, if no one tells you under a contract, I don't care what kind of contract it is, that they don't disclose what they're doing with the information, with the data, or disclose what the type of contract you're entering into, that's a unilateral contract. A bilateral contract is, let's say me and Tamika, we do a real estate deal. Okay, we're talking about, terms and conditions under that contract that we're doing. We're creating a bilateral agreement, meaning that she understands, or we're working out terms and conditions at that moment, creating that contract. Nothing, everything is being disclosed at that point in time. But when you turn around and you don't say anything and you just shove a contract in an individual's face, now it's a situation of you didn't fully disclose it in the proper manner. So with that, I don't want to take up. I don't know where I am on the clock, because I know I could go on. 3 minutes. Mm-hmm. All right. So like with your car, you don't have to register your car. You could actually, your personal car is not to be registered, because anytime you register something with the city, county, state, whatever, they're reclassifying your car for tax purposes. They're reclassifying your car as a tax, as a means of taking a loan against the title of the car, the same way they do with your mortgage. The deeds, when they register with the county, is the situation where they register, they use it to take loans against the car or the house, but they don't never tell you that at the time of entry. So with that being said, they're profiting off of it, taking loans from the federal government, taking loans from the state, different things of that sort. But a private dwelling, don't call it a residence, commercial property, or agricultural, because there's three different types. So they either classified as agricultural, residential, or commercial. So when you pull it off the registry, so your property is really called a private dwelling. That's it. It's a private dwelling. So when I say you get private plates, you can go to the DMV to get these private plates, and then they will relist you on the county on the DMV record as a private, it's called an automobile, because when you list it as a car, it's considered a commercial vehicle, but a private automobile is for private travel. So that's how it really needs to be classified. So just different things like that change the whole game. And then when it's also registered on the county record, that's also illegal, because they're not supposed to be classifying that on the public record. And you could actually sue your city and your county record. And it's a guy by the name of Stephen Emerson that was in your county, Tamika, that I guess was like back in the early 80s, late 70s, sued the county of Florida and won $38 million for that, for them registering his house. And he found out about it, and he knew the laws and figured out what the laws are. Now he's living very comfortable. So all these consumers, that's what my company do. We eliminate mortgages, we find errors in the contract, and we go after the bank, the mortgage company. And also, if your company is, if your oh, okay. All right. Well, y'all can see me at, DM me or back channel Tamika and get in contact with me that way. So I don't, I won't go over my time, but go ahead.
Yeah. So you now have an opportunity to tell people how they can connect with you. So your Instagram handle is The Mortgage Eliminator. And those of you who want to follow Orlando, you just click the arrow at the top, follow The Mortgage Eliminator. And if you want to have a conversation with him, DM him, and then he can start a conversation. You can start a conversation with him. Orlando, is there any other way you want them to connect with you to find out how they can work with you?
They can also reach out to you, and then you could pass my information on. I just wanted to say thank you for Tamika, because you've helped me tremendously. Just with certain things, and we talked on the personal, so I just wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate you wholeheartedly, and I ain't get the chance to say thank you. And that was a live okay situation the other day, so I just wanted to say that.
Yes, thank you for coming, Orlando. So yeah, Orlando made it down to Florida. He attended the conference, which wasn't my conference, but I did have the after party, and we all just met up and hung out and had a really good time. And I think when it comes down to networking, guys, you do want to do the business side, but you also want to be able to connect with others and get to know more about them, and just literally just hang out, because connections are made in so many different places. You think that it's just going to literally be, at a conference or something like that, but it's really nice when you can connect on another level. So I just want to thank you to all of you who came here today to watch the Masterclass Marathon. If you would like to be a speaker on the Masterclass Marathon, we're here on Saturdays at 12 Eastern Standard Time, and we're also here on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All you have to do is go to masterclassmarathon.com and get yourself registered. We'll make a flyer, you can promote it, and then you can come on and share information that someone needs to hear. I also give you an opportunity to tell people who you are, where you're located, and what you have to offer. All right. You can also find that link in my bio as well, if that's what you're interested in doing. All right. I thank you all for coming. Yes, it was a dope after party. It just really was. It was like, oh my gosh. I'm still reminiscing on, like, we had such a great time. Yeah.
You're a great party promoter too.
Yeah,
You're
thank
very
you. You know what? I
you
have so many titles, so many hats. And the crazy thing is, yes, I can do parties and things like that. And guess why? Because I have done so many events on the business side. So I understand what it looks like to put the thing together, to host it, to tell people about it, and to get people to come together and be connected. People really don't just want to show up. And that's the funny thing. Like, I wanted to do more games and connections with everyone at this party, but it just got so live that it was just like, I can't do any more networking things. But
and let me put this out there for you, Mika. Since you've been such a blessing to me. I don't know if you got a mortgage or not, but I'll do your mortgage for free and wipe it out.
Come on, Orlando. Come on, Orlando. Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
So listen up, guys. I'm gonna close this masterclass marathon down. What will happen with this? And you should take this concept for yourself. I am going to close it out, and then I am going to go to my archives, and I'm going to drop the full masterclass marathon, and then I'm going to move it over to Instagram. No, I'm sorry, over to my podcast channel, which is actually on my YouTube channel, which is Entrepreneurs Speak. If you guys are going live, you can repurpose your content by taking a live and moving it to another platform. This allows you to have prolific content, meaning that people will find it on YouTube. And I have not been doing this yet, but I could also rip the audio and put it on my actual podcast, which is the audio platform. Now, that's a bit of work. I haven't decided to do that yet, but I could. I've also been taking pieces of it, like such as my own segment that I do for 13 minutes. I rip that, and then I take that and turn it into my own piece of content. So those of you who come here to speak on the Masterclass Marathon, you could very well do the same thing. Speak during the Masterclass. You have a live audience. You have some form of interaction. You have a certain level of energy when you go live, and you can literally crop and grab your segment, because we're in 2 to 4 boxes, right? I grab my own box, and then I just pull myself out, and I have that as separate content. So I take that and I put it somewhere else, and I also grab 1 minute snippets of that. All right. I just want Orlando to put himself in full view. Yes, Orlando. Yeah, we got to get you all the way. So where you are right now is really good for us to see you, and your full top of you. So yeah, if you can keep your phone right there, that would be perfect. And
Okay.
we gotta get you a ring light, Atlanta. We gotta get you a ring light.
I know, man. I know Boone Duke is helping me with that. So
Awesome.
excuse me, my situation is not correct, but I'm working on it.
Well, how about this? I want to tell you thank you for showing up, and everyone should take this conversation as some sort of learning lesson. You still should show up, even if you don't have everything. Don't let the fact that you don't have everything keep you from showing up. He would not have shared his message if he was concerned about not having a ring light. Now, should you go ahead and take the extra leap and get all of the things you need eventually? Absolutely. But would I just not show up because I don't have everything? I don't think so. I'm going to show up. I'm going to be here. I'm going to do what I got to do. So Orlando, we thank you. And, Javante was actually the one that was saying that, and we're all a part of a community. Our goal is to pull each other up. Even if we do it privately, publicly, we are all going to the top. We're going together. So this is what we do. We share, okay, what could you do to be even better? I was sharing with you guys a moment ago about the mics that I'm using. So I can share real quick that these mics were as a result of, I was in Puerto Plata, and I was working with a videographer, and he mic'd me, and I saw the type of mic that he used, and then I saw the results of the wind blowing in the islands and me being able to be completely heard without the wind. So I first discovered the little thing that covers the microphone that cuts the wind, right? So it was up to me to make a choice on, am I gonna get what he has, or am I just gonna just say, oh, no big deal. So shortly after that, I spoke to someone else, and they said to me, Tamika, you're gonna need to upgrade your sound on your videos that you're doing outside. Here is what we all have to hear and understand. If you keep hearing something and you do nothing about it, it's on you at that point. So I took the liberty of ordering the things that are going to upgrade the quality of my presentations. And I literally do not mind when someone says, hey, Coach Tamika, why don't you try this? Step it up, do this, do that. I'm down. I'm down because my goal is to step up and to be at a high tomorrow. Wherever I am today, I can't stay there, and I understand that. So if anyone ever has something to say to me, to anyone else, let's pull each other up. Okay, let's not just watch the train wreck all the time. Let's pull each other up. So this platform is so good to practice your messaging and delivery. Absolutely, and that's what it's been for a lot of people too. So 828 Concepts, I'm waiting for you to come back as well, because you had a great message the last time that you spoke as well. All right, guys, we're officially closing out. Thank you all for staying to listen. And thank you for sharing whatever you guys were sharing. Orlando, thank you for showing up. We're going to get you to the next level as well. But thank you, thank you, thank you. You learn a lot from photographers and people who do videos. Absolutely, you do. You better pay attention. Keep your eyes and ears open and actually take action. Stop just watching, guys. That's the problem. You see what you need to do and you won't do anything about it. All right. Okay, I will see you guys. Those of you who are coming into my membership on Monday, I'll see you so I can share all of these pieces of info on these things and how to use them. All right, bye guys. Thank you. Studio Hair Rebolito. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone who got a badge tonight. Good night, guys. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.